because of that, there were a few occasions the participants couldn't hear me. So there was a bit of interruption. And of course, when there's interruption, we'll stop the session. I have to go back to the mic and turn myself on again. So please mute yourself. Even right now, I can hear feedback. I believe somebody has not mute the mic. I don't know who you are. Please mute it. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lee or Miss Lee. Yeah, thank you very much. So now everybody has mute. Very good. And all of you have turned off the camera, which is also very good. Thank you. Thank you. Again, as I've said, a bit of technical issue on our host side. Please bear with us. But of course, I thank you, yeah, for being so punctual. Yeah, all of you are very excited to learn. Thank you very much. Excuse me, Lee Leong Chuan. I think you unmute again. So can you please mute your mic again? You don't mind? Lee Leong Chuan Syndrome Bahar. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Okay. Your slide is on, Karen. Karen, I think you are muted, Karen.
Yes, I was. Hi, I'm back.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Yes, I meant to be muted. I was talking to our IT expert.
Okay.
Sorry.
We need the doctor to be there, so it's all well and done.
Yeah. They have to remote into my computer and then redo the thing. Teams is having problem. IT expert told me yesterday also halfway cut off due to network kind of thing.
But yesterday, lucky, we were not interrupted. Yeah.
Not our not our session. There's so many sessions out there. Yeah. Okay. Well, you can see my slides.
Yep.
Okay. Now, I unshare. Even you may share your slides.
Thank you very much. Can you see my slide, Sharon? Karen?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Evan.
Slide 2, just in case.
Mm.
Yes, slide 2.
Yep.
3.
Hold on. Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, all good. All
Thank
good.
you.
You give me a second.
Yeah.
Today we have 300. Sorry, perhaps 250
Oh, that's a lot.
registered for the for this training.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have 83 in the room.
Oh, very good.
And my team is kind enough for me to admit helping me to admit participants. Thank you, Nida. Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are expecting about 250 participants to join in our training today. However, we only can see 86 in the room. I hope you don't mind. Perhaps we give another 3 minutes to start the training. Thank you. Evan, I muted all. I muted all participants. You may unmute yourself. Unmute your mic. Thank you.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Karen?
All good. Thank you.
And the
Evan.
slide?
Yes, still there. All good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hi. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thousand apology for the interruption. Technical issue. Well, this is what we face, every day. Right. Okay. Sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to our virtual training. My name is Karen, organizer for this training. Please be informed that the duration of this training is 2 hours. We will have a 10 minutes break in between the session. After this training, we will send the training materials to your servicing officer to share with all of you. Can you please join in with your registered agency name or agency code? I'm now pleased to hand over the mic to Mr. Avon. Avon, over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you very much for being so kind, having organized this session for us. First thing, let me introduce myself. I think most of you would have heard me speak before, but for the benefit of those who just joined Longpeng or have just signed on, my name is Avon, A-V-E-N, Avon Yong. Many of us will have problem remembering my name. You can call me Arven or Arben, you know, but the easiest to remember is Heaven, H-E-A-V-E-N. If you break up the word, he is Avon. So every morning when you look up into the heaven, you can see me. All right. Karen has also indicated that there will be a break of about 10 minutes. So I will do it at about 3:30 or so. But may I strongly request one thing? Please, the moment you have signed in, do not touch your mouse, because over the last 2 sessions that we have, there are people who actually were fiddling with the mouse and they muted me. So when they muted me, it was an interruption to the session, and I have to exit and come back in again. So I sincerely hope that today we will not play with the mouse. Just sit tight, sit back, relax, and enjoy the session. Today's session, as Karen put it, is training, but I personally like to say it's more like a sharing session. I have been in the insurance industry for about 40 years, and the better part of my insurance experience are with insurance company, and I was with a broking outfit, that is a broker for a few years before I returned back to mainstream insurance. And then after that, I was invited to join Tan Chong Motor Holding, and I was managing their insurance portfolio, including their sister company, including the fire and whatnot. So where I'm coming from is all of us, you in particular, are an important intermediary for the insurance industry, and for that matter, you're very important to Longpeng Insurance. Your total production, far exceed half of the insurance premium. Can you imagine? You are so big, even though you are very diverse and dispersed, but in total, your premium support to the insurance company far exceed more than half, 60% of their business production. Of course, they have their own in-house business, they have broking business, and I was once upon a time a broker. But I want to stress, very importantly, is that you as the insurance agent, in fact, to be very honest, I now don't like to use the word insurance agent. I like to call you as insurance consultant. When I started off in the insurance industry, I was a claims manager. And then I went on to do reinsurance and went on to do underwriting. And when I completed my master's in business administration, where I majored in marketing, I actually went on to do marketing. And my main duty portfolio then was agency development head as well as branch operation. Can you imagine? Not one insurance company that I was working with, there were a few that I actually moved on, and all of them make me the insurance agency head as well as branch operation. And that shows, in no uncertain term, they place so much importance in the agent. That's you, or I like to call you as consultant. So today, I'm going to share with you my experience as an insurance man and how you can translate what you understand today by my sharing into marketing strategy to enhance your own brand and to enhance the production. Yeah. So let me share with you. Yeah. Insurance consultant like you, all of you, is a very important distribution channel in reaching out to the prospects and clients. Longpack Insurance, no doubt, has got many branches in Malaysia, including East Malaysia, yeah. But in terms of outreach, they are limited because they are in the major town or major city. But consultant like you, there are 200 plus who have signed on, and now it's about maybe 100 plus have already joined the session. You are very diverse. You are represented in the small town, the big town, the city, the metropolitan, the villages, the kampong. You are everywhere and anywhere. So can you imagine how important you are to Longpack Insurance in terms of customer engagement? Insurance business, unlike any other business, are very varied and very technical. Many of us are health and surgical specialists. We do nothing but only do H&S or EB, employees benefit. And some of us are experts in property, fire, for example. And some of us are marine king. They call it the water king, yeah. And some are liability expert. If you walk into Longpack Insurance today, and if you've gone to the underwriting department, they have got specialist department like health, like property, like marine liability. Why? It is because they need experts like them to help guide us and improve our professionalism as we go into the market, as we go in to engage with the customer, so that our customers may learn more from us, especially what they are buying, the benefits as well as the feature. And as I said, insurance are highly technical. Our client, our prospects need to understand. It's not so easy as, oh, I want to buy a pen. By buying a pen, I know I can write. There is ink. No ink, I change. Very simple. But in insurance, you have got access, deductible, clauses, warranty. There are so many technical terms. And therefore, it is important for us as insurance consultants to understand our product better before we go into the market. Now, the next point which I want to really stress is Longpack require people like us, like all of you, for the sole purpose of customer engagement. Please remember the term customer engagement. We need to interact with customer. We need to make them feel at home with us, feel at home with Longpack Insurance, and understand the product we are selling. It is very, very important that our customers are at ease with us and understand. So today, as I'm talking about insurance marketing, I would like to encourage all of us to have an open mind. As I share with you, it is also good for you to absorb what I'm trying to share and use and translate those knowledge into your daily working life so that you can penetrate the market. Just now I did mention to you, yeah, I was in the mainstream insurance. Yeah, I was with NEM Insurance, East West, Guardian, AXA, Tokyo Marine, Journey, and lastly, I was invited to join Tan Chong Motor Holding. Now, Tan Chong Motor Holding have got 3 public listed companies, of course, Tan Chong themselves, APM and Warisan. All these 3 different companies have got 3 different type of businesses. One is, of course, production, one is manufacture, and one is retail. Now, very importantly, whether they are in this line or that line, it doesn't really matter. When I was in the insurance industry, I was selling services. But when I was invited to Tan Chong, of course, I managed their insurance division. I was also invited to do marketing in Edaran Tanjong, meaning I was hoping I was been made the marketing head to sell car. Many of you will be surprised. For 30 years, I've been selling paper. Yeah. Suddenly, I sell car, which is a high value item. It's not what we are selling. But nonetheless, the strategy that I've learned, that I've practiced, was able to be used when I was selling a consumer item, even a high value item. So where I'm coming from today is, no matter how I try to explain to you, you need to relate and translate back into your business environment. Why are you important? Because you are a unique insurance channel. Now, in insurance, insurer need to engage customers through you as insurance consultant to brokers. Yeah. And then, of course, they got corporate agency as well, and they got direct. But the most important of all the channel is actually insurance agency. Now, many of you will challenge me and say, hey, insurance broker, they're huge, they're big, how can we compete? There's no way we can compete with them. May I correct that wrong perception? When I was an insurance man, as a marketing chief, marketing head, I have service agents who actually manage, for example, Tan and Tan initially, before they have their own captive insurance. They manage IOI. All these are public listed company. They also manage Paramount. All these are public listed company, which is so huge, but yet they are managed by insurance consultant. They are not managed by broker. Yeah. And of course, later on, they came to know about captive insurance. Then they had their own captive insurance license. But nonetheless, even with that, they still engage with their agent for consultancy, for placement, and for understanding. And there's another very big business, which is what we call money management. Now, this company manages all, in fact, not all, most of the bank's money. I mean, when we talk about bank, our imagination, wow, they're huge and there's so much cash in the bank. But can you imagine this company manages all the cash of most of the bank in Malaysia? So can you imagine, are they bigger than the bank? Of course they are. And you know who handled their business? An insurance agency. So can you imagine, you can be as big as them, provided we have big dreams, provided we know where is our segment market and how to develop it. You are very diverse, and there is a broad market in Malaysia that require consultant like you to expand the market reach. Longbank Insurance have come up with a lot of products. I'm very sure they train you, but for them to get to the marketplace immediately or speedily, no way, because the branches, they've got limited staff. So what they do is they engage you to be their marketing expert, and immediately they launch a product. The product is all in the market in Malaysia. And of course, you are well represented, whether it's in Xinjiang or whether it's in what they call it, in Ipoh or Penang, you are represented. And as I've said, because of you, the product can go into the market as soon as it is launched. Insurance product, unlike any other product, they has no proprietary rights. Today, Longbank may launch a super secure PA. Many things that's thrown in and we have not seen before. For example, within a month, another insurer may just copy, paste, put something new, take out something, then they launch a new product. So that's why I say you are so important, because the moment you are there and when Longbank launches a product, they guide you, they train you, and boom, you go, you hit the market. They always say when you put your first foot in, that's where you reap the profit. Another point which I again want to stress, engagement of customer. You are the one who engage them. You are the one who know your customer, and that is most important. And now insurance consultants are getting more and more professional. Uh, Look at today, for example, we are talking about marketing, insurance marketing, an area where maybe many of us have lost sight. Yeah, and the word is very alien because we sell paper. What is the market? But you're wrong. We are not selling paper. We are selling benefit. We are selling features. Most important of all, we are selling a protection. Now, all of you attend insurance training, yeah, held by insurer. But I would like to encourage all of us, if given the opportunity and when you have a time, yeah, go into Lonpac's website, yeah, and you will see all the insurance product will be there. Their policy, their proposal form, or the Q&A. Those are not so very important. I encourage you to read the product disclosure sheet of each of the policy. It's only one page, maybe 1.5 page longest, and it gives a summary of the product, whether it's a fire, whether it's a CGL, whether it's a public liability policy. It gives the point, what is being covered, what is being not covered. And the most important of all, it tells you the unique selling point, meaning what I have, others don't have. So take time to go into the site, yeah, and look at the product disclosure sheet. You give them personalized service. And remember, when there is personalized service, it improves customer experience. Many of you would have attended my digital marketing last year or year before. I cannot remember exactly. There are some agent now who has engage technical people or even work with some technical people, and they have launched platform where client can go into the platform, sign in and buy insurance. But if you go into all this platform, aggregator platform, you realize that most of it sells, of course, all policy, but the most important product they are selling, why, is motor insurance. The reason why people go online to sell is because first, convenient, yeah. Number two, motor insurance is never sold, it's always bought. They need to buy in Malaysia. So with the platform, convenient for them. But nonetheless, there are still many customers who buy from you because you engage with them and because of the customer experience they have with you. You provide the direct service, which, as I said just now, not possible for insurers. You do marketing promotion, you do promotion, and you make a name for yourself, which is creating awareness for the brand. And I'm not talking about brand for Lonpac. I'm talking about the brand of you. Like me, for example, I look at you all, look at me, look at my face, Avon Young, the Potak. You can remember me. I am having a brand. And today I'm also going to share with you how to make yourself a brand, which I call it on top of the mind recall. Whenever your customers have lunch, coffee, tea, or just a chit chat over the phone with some friends or their customers, and invariably sometimes insurance topic come about, and their friends say, "Oh, I'm having a bit of problem with my insurance man or my insurer." And the moment your client hears that, straight away he say, don't worry, I've got a good insurance consultant in the life of Hisham, in the life of Juliana, in the life of Timothy, Elaine, Karen. Can you imagine the moment the customer talk about insurance, your name comes out. Pam. That is called creating brand awareness. And very importantly, you help to generate demand. When there's new product that is in the market, people need to know. And when they are aware, they buy. Without you in the marketplace, in the segment that you're working with, there is no way sales will be done. So you are there to help to generate the demand for long pack insurance, and of course, ultimately for yourself. And again, you provide the accessibility for customers, to be able to work with long pack. They need you. Can you imagine aggregators? They go online to buy motor insurance. They are claimed. Whom do they call? Nobody. They call the aggregator or the platform. The customer service say, yeah, can you please call long pack insurance, for example? Yeah. There is no face to it. They don't know whom they buy from. But for you, different as an insurance consultant, they call you even at midnight when there is a fire. They are assured that you will be there to manage their claim. You provide their accessibility for customer to bridge them with the insurer. Of course, you provide market feedback on needs and development. And this is very important. How come? Have you ever asked yourself, insurers know why I must give this product, why I must add on this, why I must develop that? Because insurers have got marketeers, insurers have got CEOs, deputy CEO, chief of department. They also have lunches with clients. They have also lunches with a consultant like you. And over the discussion, they talk. And you say, yeah, this is something which I want to work on. One example is, for example, uh, student PA. Yes, many of you may know most of the school are being conquered, yeah, captured by one or two insurer. But mind you, if you study their one-page coverage, it's only maybe 5,000 ringgit, number one. Number two, only during school hours. But students go on excursion, St. John Ambulance, Red Crescent, Scout, school band, football is extracurricular activity which is done after school hours. This is not covered. Have you ever imagined, why don't I talk to long pack? Maybe I can come up with a special product that can give this kind of cover. Bravo. When you can do that, you have made it for yourself. And you, of course, you provide the economy of scale, the cost efficiency. For long pack to engage customer individually, the marketing department or the sales department is not like now 20, 30 people. It could be hundreds of people. And it's going to cost long pack so much money. But because of you, you are there in the market, you're there everywhere, and anytime you help to provide the economy of scale. And more importantly is you have a better consumer insight. Where I'm coming from is you know your customer better than anyone else. Long pack nearly underwrite, issue the policy. They don't even know who is buying. But you different. You engage a customer, you talk to them, you know what they like, you know what they dislike, you know what they like to eat, to drink, because you engage with them. And more importantly, you know their needs. Knowing the needs is most important of all. And in the next few slides later, I will also explain to you why you must know your customer's need. And of course, there is better management of premium collection. By dealing with you, long pack has less hassle. But if they deal direct with client, they got thousands of clients in their books. How are they going to collect premium? But by dealing with consultant like you, they only manage one-on-one, much easier, yeah. And of course, they're better after sales service, claims management. At the end of the day, which I want to highlight today to all of us, as insurance consultant, not just don't look at engaging the customer, sell the policy, getting the agreement. But it goes on further into claims management. You must make it a point that when there is a claim at any point in time, whether it's at morning, afternoon, evening, or even midnight, your customer call you, hey, even I have a small fire in my factory and I've just been told. And he get very excited because he's so scared. And even says, don't worry, Mr. Yong, I will be there in half an hour. By giving him the assurance and by being there, you're helping him to manage the claim. And this will bring about customer satisfaction and elevate his customer experience. And of course, you can help to save a lot of finance, a lot of headache, a lot of time. You are the gap between the insurer and the insured. Many times there's misunderstanding. Some of you have come across claims where adjusters come and ask you questions which you feel were not relevant. And it creates anxiety as far as you're concerned. But because you are as a consultant for your client, they can consult with you and you can explain to them, why they need the sales and purchase invoices, because they want to match. So by helping the client to understand, you're helping them to also manage the claim and to ensure the claims are paid efficiently, effectively, and equitably. I'm not asking you to help your client to make claims, you don't. But you help them to manage the speed at which the claim is being paid and whether the claim is payable in the right amount, if the claim is genuine. So you act as the gap. So can you imagine the 5 slides I've gone through with you clearly show that you are the superstar of the insurance industry. You are the superstar of Longpac Insurance. I'm also going into marketing strategy that all of us can adopt and must adopt. We cannot be selling product that is a run of the mill. I mean, when you see a customer, a coffee shop, first thing, fire insurance, burglary insurance, public liability, money. And all these things, of course, bottle, all these are always at the back of your mind. But we must move beyond what you know into what you may not know. But when you not know, Longpac Insurance got experts in the company who are more than happy to help you. I mean, if there's a client that you need a presentation, those days when I was in branch operation, a marketing head, agents have been calling me and I have given them the assistance. I go with them, I do the presentation on their behalf, of course, not all the time, but when I'm there, I give. When they request, I go. On the same token, Longpac will present it on your behalf. Marketing is essentially building castles in the air. Successful people always build castles in the air. They think, what must I do? Look at this Tupperware. It's a 1 liter Tupperware. The shape of Tupperware is this way. But then, now this weather hot. People may want to drink more than 1 liter and no need to refill. So I drink. I make my Tupperware more squarish or maybe bigger base. Then on that almost the same size, I can contain 1.5 liter of water. So on the same token, insurance, you look at it. Can I work with insurer for some special packages? In the past, people, agent, not broker, who has worked with insurer to develop the foreign worker scheme. Agent has worked with insurer to develop made insurance. Why? Because this agent, like you and me, had been building castles in the air. And very important is when you build castle, you want to develop, you need to analyze your client's needs. For example, your client is new to you and they are new to the industry. They just invested about $1 million. And the business is, for example, spare part shop. And you engage with them. Then you know that they are dealing spare part. And the client asks you, I have pumped in 1 million and this is my life saving. I cannot afford to lose it. Joanne, can you help me and tell me what I need? Then you analyze it. Oh, you definitely need a fire insurance to protect the property. You also need burglary. But before you propose a burglary, you think about it. Spare part shop. They got small item and they got huge item, engine block, oil, what they call that, gear. And this is a big item and may not be stolen at the same time. So, okay, even you need a full value fire, but I recommend a first loss burglary policy for you. Wow, you're helping them to save on the premium. And then you went to see the shop. They have got a counter right in the office. No one else can go into the spare part shop. You want anything, you talk to the marketing people or say, well, behind the counter. Then you analyze. Many agents will say, oh, you fire burglary PL because client. But in this case, client don't walk in. Do they need a PL? Really, do they need a PL? No need. Safe. Okay. Then the next thing is you also want to recommend money policy. But you realize and analyze better. Oh, now everything is online transfer or using QR code. Hardly any cash. Then why do you need a money policy? You know where I'm coming from. Huh? So when you consult with a client, when you see them, analyze the business that they are in. Another example is you have just concluded a commercial fire. It's a warehouse. It's big, you know, $3 million. And you do a risk assessment visit after your client has signed up. And then when you went to the office, open up your eyes. As you drive into the complex or the compound, you look around. Oh, surrounding the factory, a lot of lalang. Did I give lalang fire extension? Oh, I didn't know. You must. Need analysis. Or maybe he is a sawmiller. When you saw logs, a lot of sawdust. Sometimes, most of the time, they clean it nicely and they dispose it nicely. Sometimes they burn a bit. And the policy says no burning within 30 meters. Highlight to the client, hey, you cannot burn, yeah? If you burn within 30 meters, and if there's a fire, they don't pay. Need analysis. And after you've done the analysis, develop the strategy. This is a coffee shop. They're in the business of providing food and drink. They need a very good PL policy with food and drink poisoning extension. Very important. And after developing the strategy, engage them by implementing your recommendations. And always monitor results. If you have come up with a student PA, for example, with a long pack, and when you engage the school, now you just tell you tell me, oh, even you told me about two insurers have done it, yeah, but their product is nothing. You come with a special one, I'm sure the schools will buy from you. Number one. Number two, in Malaysia, there are now more and more private institutions. you can move along the line. Buy, sell, results come in, you must monitor. After the results come in, oh, a lot of claim. Claim from where? Medical. Oh, then you review the result, re-strategize. This is your marketing strategy. Look at this young chap. As a young man, he looks into the world map. He told his mom or dad, or even for that matter, I want to go to Alaska, I want to go to Russia, I want to go to Mongolia, I want to go to Africa. Big, big dream. All of us want to travel, but travel needs what? Money, time. So this boy said, yes, I am going to study very hard. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an insurance consultant, because insurance consultant has made lots and lots of money. Those days I could have been an insurance consultant rather than working with insurer. I could be making tons of money by now. So translate the dream into action. Very important. Marketing is knowing what your customer want, what your customer need. And in order for you to know the customer want or the need, you need to understand the business. Then, having understood their need, you come and develop a product that satisfies the need and at a price consistent with the benefit offered. This slide essentially is tell you to engage with customer, understand their need, and if there is a unique need, you talk to who? You talk to the expert in Lonpac, the marketing exec. If they can't help you, talk to the marketing chief. If the marketing chief can't assist you, talk to Louis, talk to Chuang, talk to Tan Kok Wan. They are more than happy to help you. I am very sure. You have got a customer who had been with you for the last 8 years. He is a contractor and he is buying a lot of CAR from you. But of late, you notice that he has been appointed by a lot of public listed company developer to develop properties for them. So suddenly you realize, hey, by selling CAR may not be enough, because there may be gaps in between the coverage. So you decide, I want to offer CGL, comprehensive general liability. You know where I'm coming from. Existing customer, think beyond. And if you can come up with a CGL with special ruling, you dictate the price. And of course, you distribute to and you of course can distribute to the target market. And then you communicate effectively with selected customer. Sorry,
Sorry, Avon. I have no choice to mute all. I can't find the participants. Can you unmute your mic? Very sorry. Avon, good. Your mic is on.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? See me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
Sorry for the interruption. Yeah. Okay.
Done. I found her.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay, the marketing process begins even before a good is produced. Remember, before I can think of selling this Tupperware, the first thing is I must think how to make the Tupperware. And by doing marketing, we think of products, we think of features, we think of benefit. For example, Lonpac has come up with a very interesting PA with all the extension. And of course, they must have been talking to agents, consultant like you. Hey, nowadays, after 5 years, betterment come in. How? Okay, we will have betterment buyback. Then suddenly, last time flood, people don't want to give, insurer. I mean, I'm an insurer. I can tell you, 100% we don't give flood. Even though those days we know where would be flooded, where would not be flooded. But now flood is everywhere. Few months ago, Subang Parade was flooded. I mean the basement car park. Never before. Muar was flooded. A few years ago, Johor, Penang, Thailand, Bangkok was flooded. Hap Jai, you know where I'm coming from. So what happened is now they say flood. I give. So marketing process, think ahead. Selling can only begin provided the good is there. You can only sell the insurance policy after Longpack launch it. So this is the basic difference between marketing and selling. If you walk into Longpack, which I encourage you to do, you realize that it's a marketing team. There is also the sales team. What's the difference? Now, having attended my session, I hope you understand what is marketing, what is sales. Yeah. And depending on the type of product, we adopt what we call push strategy, keep pushing, or attract you to buy, pull strategy. Push strategy is Longpack promote that product aggressively to you. We have got a secure travel PA, very competitive. Other people don't give, we give. Then, by giving you a very competitive product, they also price it competitively and extra features. And then they bring all of you in for a training session, for a product launch. And you all get very excited. You go to the customer, you say, if ever you travel, I am there for you. Push. Pull strategy is insurer promote aggressively to the consumer. Sometimes consumer come to you first and say, hey, Juliana, I used to buy CR from you, but now I've gone beyond. My client tell me I need a CGL. I really don't know what is it. He comes to you, you discuss with the underwriter, come with special wording. Then the insurer tells the customer what is CGL. Or for example, those days, this guy manufacture, but they don't export. But now they export. And people become very legal conscious. So when they export, you tell them, now I've got the product guarantee, I've got the product liability. So push, pull strategy, and later on I will tell you what product to use push, what to use pull. Push strategy mainly retail or bread and butter business that every day that you and I do. Motor insurance, for example, push, but actually motors don't need to push because people don't, you don't need to sell, people buy. Simple fire, householders, house owners, PA, travel PA, all this is a push strategy. Pull strategy would be like CGL, products liability, products guarantee, EEI, electronic equipment insurance. Now some company are going into cryptocurrency mining. They install huge computer in the office using thousands of ringgit of electricity a month, And they do cryptocurrency mining. And they mine. The money management company I told you just now, They have got a huge computer system, so they need EEI, electronic equipment insurance. Open up your eye, open up your ear. Don't fear. When people talk about PL, I know what to do. But they say, no, 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 no. I'm talking about product liability. Don't be worried. Not familiar? Talk to Longpack Insurance. They're more than happy to help you. Look at this. Why don't I explain the benefit of this policy to you and how it offers total protection? And the couple is so excited, saying, yes, please, please go ahead. Is this marketing or is this selling? Virtual training, a bit difficult for us to get engaged. Normally, I love training where like the conventional type. So let's hope that Longpack soon will allow us to have got face-to-face training. And there's where I can ask questions and you can actually answer me. Yeah. Look at this second slide. As our loyal customer, we are pleased to inform that we are going to give you a special offer. This gentleman looks a bit interested, but not excited. Oh, that is very pleasant of you. I've always liked your services. He liked you not because the way you explain, he liked you because you're going to give him a discount on offer. So is this marketing or sales? Push strategy, not much selling needed, and customer will look for you because of the pricing and because of the convenience. You're always there. Look at Moto. You put a counter near Ceviche, you do a lot of business. You do aggregator online platform, you do a lot of business because you buy. To them, they think Moto not important, but they fail to realize. They don't understand what is windscreen cover, what is a button buyback, and many of them you don't buy flood. Need to buy basis. Pull strategy is to attract you, but pull strategy need customer interaction, engagement, selling, explaining, identification of needs. And again, for you to have pull strategy, you have no choice. I strongly encourage all of us. Yeah, I hope you don't mind for me to repeat. When you're convenient, open up a Longpack website. Go and look at product disclosure sheet. Just look at that enough. The policy wording, blah, blah, no need. But of course, you want to learn more, you read the policy wording. Yeah. Those days when I was a young man, I was ambitious. I want to be the CEO. I want to be the senior GM. I want to manage the department. So what I did was I took the policy home and I read. And then I did my AII, I did my MII, I did my CII. So all the insurance degree or diploma that you call it, AII, ACI, AMI, all I have. Again, it's my dream. I want to be somebody. So on that token, you want to be a big agent, you must understand your product. It is very interactive and it's personal selling because you can talk to the customer one-on-one. And then you can explain. He can ask question. You can explain again. He asks more question. Remember, when your customer engage you more, the more he asks or she asks, the more interested he is. It creates a very strong relationship. When you engage a customer more, it's very difficult for another agent to correct him. And you can often command on a price, on a special requirement. If it's CGL and you realize that this customer is very, very good, and because they are so big and you're giving him a lot of cover, you can command on price. You can give him a special wording. But of course, every time you meet the customer, it's very high cost contact each time. You see him 3 hours, including lunch. First time, he did not agree, nor did he say on to buy. Tomorrow, he called you for some questions, you answered him, engage him 1 hour, but still didn't buy. Only the third time, he decided to buy. And the best part is when he decided to buy, he didn't decide to buy his house owner or holder only. He told you, hey, even I think I feel comfortable with you. I'm going to arrange a meeting for you to see my HR admin department. I want to move my whole business to you. You know where I'm coming from? Sales promotion is actually attract attention. And because of that, it will give them an incentive to buy. Chinese New Year, when you go to the supermarket, you'll realize that they say, okay, you buy one crate of what they call it, 100 plus, we give you 2 cans free. Or you buy this year, Chinese New Year, they say you buy one crate of Anchor beer in Tesco, we allow you to play the drum. And if your drum playing is good enough, we'll give you a specially made imported mahjong set. These are promotion and usually very short run, not effective in building long-term brand preference. And that's why they say buy one free one, 2 weeks, 1 month. You go back again next month, no more. It cannot be long-term, and it does not build brand preference. Publicity, very important. Because you know why? A third party talk about you, how good you are. People believe. If you can create a situation that you are on top of the mind recall each time your customer talk about insurance. Each time they talk about insurance, they talk about Karen, they talk about Adrina, they talk about Joanne, they talk about Hassan, they talk about Timothy. You have made it. And if I tell you, hey, that guy is really good, you know, his Tupperware I use last me 3 years or so, I won't break. Wow. You want to buy if you need to buy. It catches attention, especially those are so scared of sales consultant, especially insurance people. Unfortunately, those days, I can remember when I was younger day, very bad impression. Of course, publicity, very limited control. You can't control. Remember last year before I start to teach you all about the platform, using WhatsApp, Twitter, WeChat, Instagram. Hey, all these can help you to go out to the masses instantaneously. Okay, it is 3:36 now. We started a bit late. So what I'll do is we break for 10 minutes, the kindness of Karen. So let's meet at 3:45. Yeah. So go for your coffee or a toilet break. So let's meet again at 3:45. Yeah. Thank you. customers buy policy from you, they are buying the benefit or the protection. They're not buying a policy or a fire from you. So when your customer buy a fire policy, they need to ensure that their property is secured against damage by fire or damage by smoke. Some of us may not be aware that when there is a fire, there will be smoke, and when there's smoke damage. And it is part and parcel of a fire. And when there's a flood, is it covered? And when is windstorm covered? All these are very important things that we all know. The customer expects their motor policy to offer comprehensive cover. People say, I want to buy first party, and in their opinion, everything covered. No. Many of them don't know. They thought windscreen also covered. So they ask you, hey, I want windscreen cover. What do you mean by windscreen cover? Then you say, oh, all the glass. So you use that word, all the glass. The impression is, the headlight, the backlight, the tail light, all are made of glass. Broken, also payable. No. And some of us thought windscreen only the front windscreen. No. The front, back, including the windows. You must upsell now. Not so much for your own benefit in terms of commission, but you must improve your professionalism. Flood happens everywhere, anywhere. And if your customer is a sales consultant like you, but in commercial, in consumer item, he travels a lot outstation, and when he buys cover from you, make sure you recommend strongly windscreen cover, because there's a high chance that a pebble will be kicked up by a car in front of him or a lorry, breaking his windscreen. Always remember, it is incumbent upon us to improve our services. When we give services as required by another, it involves a performance of a duty, and the duty must be reasonable. Agency consultancy provided by you must be super, must be good. No if. Insurance is very technical, as I've said. If you're not familiar with the cover and you make a wrong commitment, you are dead. I'm sure sometimes you have been asked the question, if my car is parked in the basement and I have a flood cover and the flood comes and my car is flooded, is it covered? And the coverage means what? Then there's another customer that may ask you, I am driving. Suddenly, there was an inundation of water. That means suddenly the water just came, because it's a slope. And my car is flooded. Is it covered? Then the next question is, hey, there was a flood and I saw many cars driving and I also thought I can drive. I drive my car. But your car is lower than others. Water entered the exhaust pipe, go into your engine, boom, died. Is it covered? All these are questions that people will ask us. Services that's beyond expectation will bring about positive experience. Services need not mean that you must give him the best policy. For example, your customer may come into your office and you know the customer. There are many occasions when you visit him, he asks you to go to Starbucks for a cup of a latte. And so now here come Helen. unexpectedly to your office to visit you. So you see how you shake her hand firmly and say, please, hey, Helen, it's been a few weeks I've not seen you, and so nice of you to come and visit me. Yeah? And you can talk about the sky, the heaven, you know. But before she goes any further, say, hey, Helen, give me 1 minute. Let me buy you a cup of latte from Starbucks. You pick up the phone, you make the order from Grab. By doing so, Helen is so excited and so happy, and you can see the green from ear to ear. Why? Because she's so greedy for your cup of a Starbucks coffee? No, because she knows that you have an interest at heart. And this is what we call services beyond the expectation. And this will bring about a positive experience. Features, benefit, competitive prices. Never say, Long Peng now offer this product very cheap. No, 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 no. Cheap thing no good, nah. Good thing no, cheap, nah. Strategy means you require more quality control, fraud-free, quick responses, and recovery. When you provide good service, insurance people buy a piece of paper. Is it true? No, they buy benefit offers. All the contract is evidence in the paper. And you deliver the policy, and the typist or the type setter type Miss Avon Young, but I am Mr. Many people are very particular about gender. I'm Mr. mean Mr. I'm Miss mean Miss. I'm a doctor means I'm a doctor. When I was studying my MBA, we've got one professor. He has a PhD and he's doctor. And the first time we met him in the lecture hall, we didn't know. We just called him, hey, Mr. Wong. He took offense. Don't call me Mr. Wong. I am Dr. Wong. And we can't fault him because he took maybe, I don't know, a master's 2 years, another PhD maybe about 3 to 4 years, or in all 6 years. Oh no, that's yeah, correct. Plus his BSc, a basic degree, almost 10 years to get his doctorate degree, you know. And it is not wrong for him to insist that you call him doctor. So same thing. When you make a mistake in insurance, and if it's an important client, talk to Long Peng, can do me a favor? I make a silly mistake. Can I have the endorsement by tomorrow? Please, please. And Long Peng said, never mind. This time I'll do it for you. My normally 3 days, but today I'll give to you in tomorrow. And you bring the endorsement to see a customer. I tell you, he is so elated. Wow, good service. Services are intangible and can only be found after the service is provided. The moment you talk, the moment you explain, he like it. But not tangible, cannot feel. Of course, cannot touch you, yeah. But the services can be felt after it's been provided. And in insurance, it is actually during the claim time. You talk so much about how good is Long Peng, but when the claim come, decline. When the claim come, don't pay. When the claim come, deductible. When the claim come, excess. So the acid test is actually be customer orientated. Remember to define the customer need from the customer point of view. We all make mistakes, including me, is to think what the customer need. He is a young man. He just gotten a job. We sell him a high valuation as no need. Number one, he may not be able to afford it. Number two, his company whom he's working with may be giving the H&S to him, but rather he may want to have a high value PA to protect his parent. Don't think. Looking at the business, we think he need a fire, a PA, a burglary, blah, blah, blah. But now people trade using transfer. And there is no possibility of access. No need PL, no need money, for example. It's all about focusing on your customer needs and meeting those needs. When you're talking to the principal of a particular institution, private one, and there is no undergraduate PA, for example, why not? It is a need. And the need and want of the customer are valued over the needs of the company. Many a times, company that is non-pack will have promotions, will have campaigns, and they encourage us to concentrate and focus on certain product. But that certain product is not tailored for the needs of a majority of a customer. Don't be thinking that, because of a campaign, I want to meet that campaign, I want to sell this policy. Wrong, yeah? Be focused. At this juncture, I like to explain to all of us, yeah, the difference between a customer and the consumer. Because if we cannot ourselves understand who is our customer and who is our consumer, many times we make a mistake. Really, we make a mistake and not able to sell. Okay? For example, you sell a fire policy, yeah? And the owner buys that fire policy from you, a commercial fire. He becomes the customer as he pays for the policy, and when you indemnify him, the proceeds goes to him. Or you have got a customer who buys from you a group PA for all his staff. Who is the customer? The company A that buy the group PA. And many a times they even put in the clause and say that the proceeds, if any, will go to the staff. Then who becomes the consumer? In this case, the staff. Another good example, PA. Most of the time we buy PA in our own name. Yeah, even young. We become the consumer, the customer and the consumer. But there are occasions where I buy a policy on the life of Madam Pong, that is my wife. So therefore, I am the customer and the consumer is actually Madam Pong. So I hope this one slide itself explain to us how we can differentiate a customer and a consumer. That's very important, yeah. There are many types of product, and each product requires their own different strategy, yeah. Short-term services that are short-term in nature, travel PA, single marine or cargo. These require mass distribution, brand awareness. Travel PA example, I have a friend who works in a very big travel agency. And even you're asking me to sell travel PA, but they're all conquered by the travel agency. But nowadays, if you notice, you will go to YouTube, a lot of people promote travel using YouTube. I've got this friend who worked in the travel agency. Now he has come up and together with a wife, he's promoting Cambodia, Thailand, Laos. Initially, tough life, he lost weight. But now business have picked up. And when he was doing that time, I offered him, for example, me, I did not, but an agent offered him, why don't your client you all give to me? To him, he don't have the time to manage 12 PA. He just want to bring customers to the foreign country. And now he becomes so big. He doesn't want 12 PA. He let you manage it. This is an example. Mass distribution, brand awareness. Long-term services. For example, commercial fire. For example, con loss or business interruption or product liability. Now, today, the session is marketing, insurance marketing. So I won't go into the product coverage. But if your client is a new setup, trying to make ends meet and trying to recover the capital that was pumped in, does it need a con loss policy when business have not even picked up? But 5 years down the road, his revenue, his profit had gone 5-fold, 10-fold. You need to recommend. Maybe you've got many customers now who are doing so well. We have forgotten that we must promote consequential loss, not so much for the commission, but to protect our customers' business to be an ongoing. And of course, this requires personal selling. Remember the 4 Ps, which is very important in any marketing. What product to sell? Shall I sell PA? Shall I sell fire? Shall I sell burglary? And if I want to sell this product, at what price? Give me one good reason. Give me one good reason why I must buy from you. What promotion? Are you going to give rebate? Free product to tie in the customer? Example, I've come across one particular agent who has been an expert in his own right, expert in his own field. From a small client, the client has now become quite big and is going to be public listed. And occasionally he will have lunch or dinner with the chairman. So one day when he was having dinner, the chairman wear a very expensive Rolex watch worth about 300,000. And the consultant feels that because of the support you give me, I want to give you back a gift. Personal all risk is frowned upon by most insurance companies because they are afraid of moral hazard. But because it's a big agency, I'm sure you can talk to Longpack. And all risk policy are never cheap. The rate is a bit high. Again, you can talk to Longpack Insurance. What he did was he offered the customer and said, because this watch is so expensive, number one. Number two, got sentimental value because it's given to you by your wife. May I offer you a personal all risk policy? And without him knowing, you already issued a policy and gave it to him. This is my gift to you. Well, anyway, over the years, it makes so much commission, and now they become so big. Even the commission is so big, so much higher. So, what is a free all risk policy to him? When the chairman received this policy, he is so happy, not because he's so greedy, but because he's so happy with the way you do things. Next year, renewal come, you give him the free PA, free all risk. The third year, he come and tell the consultant, hey, no, even you also earn a living. This year, I buy the policy myself. So can you imagine? It is a free product, yes, making the customer happy, making him satisfied. On the same token, you're tying in the customer. Place means whom you sell to, where you sell. Very important, the 4 Ps. Marketing is to inform that the product exists. I told you, Longpack launches new product. They will have a launch. They will conduct training. And I remember before the COVID, I had been invited by Launchpad to help them to launch some product because they cannot go to all the branches at the same time. So I went on their behalf, launch by telling them the unique selling point and what is the captivating feature. Selling is actually concerned about persuasion. It is the aspect of promotion that encourage people to buy, to test. Example, when you go to the mall and they're promoting a new drink, they pour a bit, they give you, hey sir, try this new. They want you to try. Marketing against selling. We are now in the liberalized market, meaning insurers, including Launchpad, has introduced many new products and many add-on cover. Some add-on cover are free. Mostly you have to buy. So where I'm coming from is, in marketing, we can upsell or we can cross-sell. Upsell, for example, motor insurance. When they buy basic comprehensive, we introduce windscreen, betterment buyback, flood cover. This is called upselling. Cross-selling is they have got a new PA and the PA is superlative. You cross-sell this to your customer. The consumer will benefit because it's more innovative and the cover is better. But at the end of the day, it is tailored to meet the needs. Most likely these will be optional to the customer. Yes, it's never forced upon the customer, up to them. But it is our duty to take care of the interest of the customer. So we must tell. Increase in competition will mean improve professionalism. You must change the way you do things. You must improve your customer service. There is no way, no two ways of going about it. Improve your professionalism. Launchpad will continue to give you training. Can you imagine, for example, this particular training, I've been working with Miss Karen since May. Took us how many months to prepare before we have this training. So Karen had taken great pain, so is Launchpad. There are also many training, but whatever training they give you is far and few in between. So again, I encourage all of us, go into the website, look at product disclosure sheet. Just write it down. Huh? This is important. Liberalized market means competitive pricing. Always remember, when you go into the market, new product come out, don't use the word cheap product. When we hear the word cheap, our jaw drop. Cheap thing no good eh. Good thing is never cheap. Launchpad is never cheap, but it's good. Product differentiation. There are so much more product that the customer can now choose from. Always remember, when there's liberalized market, we all benefit, and that includes you and me, because whilst we are insurance consultants, we are also consumers. But more importantly, we must improve professionalism. This is a strategy. You must improve. We don't improve, we become Mohegan, become left behind. Now, these people don't talk about giving good customer service. We talk about superlative customer service. Do something more than what your customer expects from you. And we must change the way we do things. In the olden days, when I was a young man in the insurance industry, they deliver the policy to you using a folder, a plastic folder. You put the policy inside and then you deliver. Very, very impressive, but expensive and very high cost also. Because every time you have to deliver. Now these people don't package it anymore. They send out. Now better still, they email. Change the way you do things, but don't shortchange your customer. And improved customer satisfaction. The more we do, the more customers are satisfied. We must do what we can to help to ensure customers are happy and satisfied. This slide teaches us how to position ourselves in the mind of our customer. Look at the stack of apple. On top of the apple, it's red color. The rest are green. So the moment you look at the slide, what strikes you? The red apple. Is the green apple? They're all the same. But the impression is all are apple already up in your mind. But this one is red color. Oh, it stands out like a sore thumb. You know, you put what I call it, a bandage. People can see, hey, you are bandage, sore thumb. Red apple among the green. You stand out. The approach to positioning is to make sure that people remember you, remember us. You must be creative, you must be new, and you must be different. Different in the way you do things, different in the way you smile, different in the way you talk. Do things new. And we must manipulate people. I'm so sorry, sometimes you need to use psychology a bit to manipulate people. What is already up in your mind? I look at the picture, I see apple, but right on top I see red apple. Make him see red apple, not green. When we create a new image, we must communicate. Interact with a customer. Simplify the message. This message I sent to you very simple. One red apple or green. And this helps to make long-lasting impression. My title today, very long, if you read. And Karen reminded me, hey, the title too long. People, after hearing you, they go back, they forget, they don't know what it's all about. Agreed. So we put in the word insurance marketing. Thank you, Karen. This is important. Long-lasting impression. I even talk about what? So long a topic, I don't know. Insurance marketing, I remember. Long-lasting impression. If you're talking about positioning, there are many, many options. Low cost, cheap producer. But the best position is, I am the best service provider. Recently, I think many of us watched the Olympic, the swimmers. Oh, this guy swim very fast. And he's the first. But look behind, there's a second man. So he is second to none. So not second to none. He is the first. And you must be able to tell your customer, I have got many, many policies to choose from. If this policy don't suit you, allow me the opportunity to talk to you about this, about this, about this, all tailored to protect your interest. And the price is very, very competitive. 24/7 on call. We are all marketeers. We are all sales consultants. Make sure our phone is on 24 hours a day. Fire can happen anytime. And a lot of time happens in the night when there's nobody because everybody is gone. So at 4 a.m. in the morning, your customer receives a call and somebody told him that factory on fire. He gets very excited. He's get very scared because his life long saving going to be gone. So he call you, even are you my factory on fire? And you can pick up the phone and say, don't worry, Mr. Wong, don't worry. I will be there in half an hour's time. And lo and behold, half an hour's time, you are there. This is positioning, confidence. Service, no complaint. You are second to none. And very important, again, on top of mind recall. When people talk about insurance, people talk about you. People talk about insurance, people think of you. For example, conflicts. You want to buy conflicts, the first thing came into your mind is Kellogg's. Your spouse this morning asks you, hey, no more Colgate. But he is not using Colgate, he is using Dali. But why tell you I go buy Colgate? On top of mind recall. And many people like to run, to exercise. After exercise, very thirsty. Hey, pass me a can of 100 plus. But he didn't mean he wants 100 plus. He wants isotonic drink. If you can make it a point that when people talk about insurance, people talk about you, even Juliana, Adrian, Alina, Hishamuddin, Hisham, Michael, Jackson. Wow, you made it because you are on top of the mind. Recall. How well do your client prospect view you? They like you, they love you, they hug you. And how well you know your product. At the end of the day, no other way about it. Insurance very technical. We must know our product. Mind you, now these customers are very in the know. When you make an appointment to see them tomorrow, tonight, they already Google. They will find out what is insurance all about. And what they read, after reading, they know 30%. So 70% is for you to explain. Can you imagine? You want to sell them a fire policy. Tomorrow when you meet him, the first thing is, even, yesterday I read, you're trying to sell me a fire policy, correct? By the way, what is fire? Your jaw drop. You need to define fire in insurance term. Do you know? Can your client perceive the benefit derived from buying your product? You say so good about Lonpac. Second to none. But are you sure by buying the product from you, my interest is protected? Question mark. Just now I went many times. When you see something, I say open your eyes, dream. You can talk to Lonpac for exclusive right to sell. Example, I've given you your foreign worker scheme, your maid scheme, your student PA, your travel PA, maybe, I don't know. And because you have control, you can control the price, the promotion, and the services, and where to sell. Often goes with exclusive dealing where competitors, meaning that your competitor cannot sell. There are 100 or 200 over of you today. You are all working for Lonpac. But on the same token, you are competitors among yourself in their own right. Why should I buy from you, June? Why don't I buy from Mr. Wong? And because it is an exclusive product, it gives a better image And because of that, you may be able to dictate a higher premium. The question now you want to ask me again, this is strategy. Who is the customer? I explained. Why are they important? Yes, because he or she buys your services. He or she gives you the revenue. As an insurance agent, who pays for your commission? It is actually your customer. You look at the product disclosure sheet, it is stated there, motor insurance, we give the client 10%, agent 10%, 515. Who pays the commission? Actually, your client pays you for the services you rendered. Without them, the customer, you will have no sale. Chop luck, close shop. They are your asset and most important to the survival of the business. And the customer pays for everyone's salary, including you. And he or she will decide whether you will fail or you will succeed. And that's why customer is always right. Remember, customer is always the profit. Any other thing, forget about them. They are overhead. They are liability. And the true meaning of success in the business, in your insurance business, is the customer. To retain the customer is so to lose a customer is so easy. Very easy. One phone call, you're in a bad mood, you're quite rude, gone. He is. But to bring in a new business is so tough. Very tough. And it also means to provide services. The more you give service, the more successful you will be. Customers don't expect too much of you. They only expect you to do what you are required to. But when you provide a bit more than what they expect, they will be happy with you and they will stay with you forever. The customer is the most important person in your business, remember. And he is not dependent on us, and he is not an interruption to our work. Many times in the morning when we get to work, we get up from bed on the wrong side and we're not happy. We pick up, hello. The first impression kills. We are not doing him a favor by serving him. He pays us for the services that we render. And customers sometimes may be excited, may be angry. Do not argue with them. Sometimes when they are angry, just listen, listen, listen. Unfortunately, many people hear things, but we are not listening. I repeat, many of us are hearing, but we are not listening. And it is a person that brings us his want. And if we can satisfy his want or need, you made the day. Service quality is the way we deliver the service. Are you smiling at your customer? Are you making him pleased and delighted? Is this what we call process quality and the output quality? Process quality is the time when the customer feels the service during the service. When you're explaining the product features, when you're explaining the benefit, when you're explaining the premium, and the way you talk. Many of us graduate from overseas, but it is important for us to talk as Malaysian, not like American, not like Australian, not like the British. But fortunately, our English is taken after the British, and we speak the Queen's language. Actually, our English should be very good, yeah? Can you imagine, talk to the customer, good morning, mate. How are you today? That fellow also thinking, hey, early morning you call me, go to die. And mind you, I'm not your mate. But all these are polite way of greeting, mate. Yeah, overseas is mate, friend. Quality, upper quality is when the customer judge you after the service is performed. And in insurance, the acid test is none other than how you manage his claim. Make sure the claim are paid expeditiously and equitably, meaning as fast as possible and as fair as possible, provided, of course, the claim is genuine. Service quality is a true representation of the client interest first and foremost. While you work for Longpeng, yeah, you represent Longpeng. When there is a claim, you must manage your client's claim as if it's your own claim. Take his interest first and foremost. When the claims manager say, I want to decline this claim, you want to know why. Because it is important for you to understand why a decision was made to decline. Then you go back and tell your client. Service in a reasonable amount of time at a reasonable costs by a competent consultant who does the service right the first time. What I'm trying to say here is try not to make mistake. Do not overpromise people. Do not guarantee people. There is no such thing as guarantee. Yeah, we are not a assurance company like a life company. Even life company have got waiting period, pre-existing condition. No, okay, don't do that. Yeah. Good customer means how you deal with customer, whether in person or over the phone. Now, research has shown that the first 10 seconds of a telephone conversation is most vital. When people talk to you, if it is your customer, the name already appear in your phone. When you hear them, talk to them. Good morning, Mr. Avon. How are you, sir, today? How may I delight you? But not, hey, Avon, sorry, I'm in a meeting now. Can I call you back later? Mati lah. Maybe the customer got a very important thing I want to tell you. Maybe you say, hey, are you free for lunch? I got a friend who want to buy insurance. Before you finish, you say, I'm not free. First impression over the phone matters the most. Remember that, yeah? We are in insurance service. Most of the time, we are on the phone with our customer and prospect. Please bear that in mind, yeah? Good customer service is giving people a little more than what they expect. This is very simple. You and I can always do. Just give the customer a little bit more than what they expect. But we must not move on from good customer service to excellent service. And excellent service is enjoying, giving people a little more than they expect. When you go and see a customer, talk to them with a smile. Even when you're talking over the phone and you're smiling, your customer can see, because you know why? The intonation. The difference between an ordinary service and service excellence is like an art. Which is yours? Today, you're still giving good customer service. Moving forward, you must give excellent service. Enjoy giving that service. What keep you ahead of your competitors? 200 odd of us in this room right now. What made you better than them? Are you the red apple on top of all the green apple? Of course, service excellence. Very important. But overall important is you. You. You must make it easy for customers to do business with you. Don't call you, you're always busy on the line, cannot get you. Or when they call you, goes into a voice messaging message. Good service is not just smiling at you, smiling at a customer, but getting your customers to smile at you. Just like when I talk to Karen, I always smile at her. But that is no good. But when Karen speaks to me and in return and she smiles at me, it makes my day. Because you know why? I know that I've given her a service that she is happy. Customers are always right. You should not just think of satisfying your customer. You must learn to delight them. And those of you who attended my other training, I always use the word, good morning, Karen. How may I delight you today? Excellent service is not about being 100% better at one thing. You can be 100% only one thing. It's not good service. But excellent service is about 1% better at 1,000 things. Know your consumer well. Know your customer needs well. He like to drink Starbucks. Before he sit down, Starbucks is there for him. This is called excellent service. Now, where I'm coming from is while we are talking about insurance marketing, I'm also talking about services related to insurance marketing. Excellent customer service will happen when you are procedurally and personally able and competent. No choice but to improve your professionalism. No choice but to understand your product. The worst thing that can happen is talk to someone about a product where you don't even understand. What you don't understand, no fear. Talk to Lon Pang. They've got a big professional marketing team. I'm sure they're more than happy to help you. You must be very timely, efficient, and organized. When you see a customer bring your folder, make sure the important thing are put on top of other paper. Don't go there and start flipping. Hey, I thought I bring last is at the bottom. Friendly, helpful, and know what you are doing. We are not expert. Even me, even Yong, is not expert. After 40 years in the industry, I cannot say I'm expert. There are things that I may not know. So when the customer asks you something that you are not sure, tell them that, Hassan, this is a good question. If you don't mind, let me confer with the expert in Lon Pang, and I get back to you latest by tomorrow. Customers love to hear that you are honest, but don't bluff. Because when you bluff, he remembers. And when the next insurance consultant come along and he knows the matter, he say, Avon is bluffing. You lose the business. Must be very personal and must be very interested. Just like today when I'm conducting my sharing session, I am personal, I am very interested to share. Be tactful, but most important of all, go that extra mile. Hey, it wouldn't kill you to walk that extra mile. To take the leap, one must make the step. Important, yeah? Improve customer satisfaction will bring about improved customer retention. It is so easy to lose a customer, so difficult to win a new business. So therefore, when customers are satisfied, they stick with you to thick and thin. And of course, it means business growth. It also means increased market share. Oh, goodness me. And it enhances your image. Again, you may be an individual agent, you may be in a partnership, or you may be running a big agency. Your image, not Lon Pang. Lon Pang image is good enough. They are subsidiary of a public bank. They're huge, financially very strong. But you build your image. Most important of all, build the brand. And make sure you are on top of the mind recall. People think of insurance, people think about you. People talk about insurance, people talk about you. People drink insurance, people drink about you. People sleep insurance, people sleep about you. On top of mind recall. Many of us go to the zoo. In fact, all of us have been to the zoo one time or another, and there's so many animals, and a lot of children will love to go and see the monkeys because they are very vibrant, they get very excited. But from afar, you look, what do you see? I see the giraffe, because their neck so long and they are above any other animal. So from far you can see them. So this picture, what I'm sharing is essentially telling you, please hover above others. Then you have made it. Trust me. With that, I say thank you once again to all of you for really taking time off. Yeah? These 2 hours has been very fruitful and listening to me. I also like to thank Longpeng Insurance once again for having organized this session, Karen in particular for taking time to work with me, as well as Adrina. So with that, I will pass the time back to Karen. Please, if you have any question, you may unmute and ask me. Yeah. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Avon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Avon.
Most welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any questions?
Silence is golden, yeah. Karen.
Yes,
Don't feel
except
shy, you know,
the
and mute yourself and ask. There's also no question in the
okay,
chat
yeah,
group.
no. No.
Okay.
Well, okay. If there's no more question, we will end the training. Once again, we would like to thank Avon for your professional sharing. Thank you for your participation, and you have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Yeah? Have a good evening. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you, Avon. See you on Monday.
Yeah, see you on Monday.